am Dr. Seema Vats, and today we will be talking about forces responsible for bodies falling towards Earth, planets orbiting around Sun, weightlessness in spaceship, etc. We will also discuss about the force exerted by liquids and their applications. The objectives of the chapter are Newton's law of gravitation, gravity, acceleration due to gravity, dependence of g on various factors, concept of weight and mass, apparent weight, buoyancy and Archimedes principle, force exerted by liquids and their applications. There is an interesting story about Newton. It is said that while Newton was sitting under an apple tree, an apple fell on him. The fall of apple set Newton thinking, why did the apple fall down? If some force is acting on the apple, then it must be in accelerated motion. We also observe these phenomena in day-to-day life. That is, when a body are thrown up, come falling back to the earth. Objects dropped from some height, they also fall towards the earth. Newton thought about these questions. What are the forces responsible for falling bodies? Is this force the same force acting between Sun and planets, Moon and Earth? And what are the secrets of planetary and satellite motion? And he found out that the forces responsible for all these phenomena is called as gravitational force. Let us see what kind of gravitational force is it. It is always attractive. It is independent of the medium between the two particles. It holds good for interplanetary distances as well as interatomic distances. It is also an action-reaction pair. Basis this observation, Newton gave Newton's law of gravitation. That is, every particle in the universe attracts every other particle with a force. This force is proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Also, the force is along the line joining the two particles. Mathematically, where m1 and m2 are the masses of the two particles separated by a distances r, F is proportional to m1 m2 divided by r square. But if we remove the proportionality sign, F is equal to capital G m1 m2 divided by r square. Let us know what is G. Well, G is a constant of proportionality. It is also called as universal gravitational constant. Its value is same everywhere on the earth or in the universe. In SI units, where m is measured in kilograms, F in Newton and R in meters, the accepted value of G is 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. The value of G is very small. This means that the force of gravitation between objects of ordinary mass is very weak. The force with which the earth and the boy attract each other is more than 1,000 million times stronger than the force of attraction between you and your friend sitting at a distance of about 1 meter from you. With very large masses like the earth, the moon or the sun, the gravitational force between such objects is quite large. The gravitational force due to earth is also known as gravity. Let us find an answer to this question. Two heavier objects fall faster than the lighter ones when dropped from same height. For this, let us perform this activity. Ask one of your friends to stand at the rooftop of a two-storied building with stones of different masses in his two hands. Ask him to drop these stones together. Carefully observe falling of stones. What do you find? Why both these stones reach the ground at the same time? The activity was also performed by Galileo long time back. According to a story, Galileo dropped different objects from Leaning Tower of Pisa in Italy to prove that objects of different masses fall at the same rate. Well, answer to all these activities that in absence of any friction, both the bodies will reach the ground at the same time. In the presence of air friction, heavier bodies reach ground faster than the lighter ones. All this is due to acceleration produced in a body by the force of gravity of Earth, which is called as acceleration due to gravity and is represented by small g. Let us find an expression for g. For this, let the mass of a stone falling from a height is m. The acceleration involved in falling stone due to Earth's gravity is denoted by g. Since force is the product of mass and acceleration, the magnitude of force will be equal to product of mass and acceleration due to gravity. That is, F is equal to mg. Let us know what this acceleration due to gravity is. That is, we know that F is equal to capital G, capital M, m divided by r square, where capital M is the mass of the earth, r is the distance between the object and the center of the earth. Therefore, mg is equal to G capital M, m divided by r square. From this expression, we get small g is equal to capital G capital M divided by r square. What if the object is on or near the surface of the earth? Then how to take about the distance r? Well, the distance r in equation will be equal to the radius of the earth. Thus, g is equal to capital G capital M divided by capital R square. Shape, size, etc. of falling body, which means that earth produces same acceleration in light and a heavy falling body. Second thing, it is not a universal constant, but depends on place, position and planet. The radius of earth is not same at all places on the surface of earth. So, the value of g is greater at the poles than at the equator. The average value of g on and near the surface of the earth is taken as 9.8 meter per second square. Motion of an object under gravity modified Newton's law of motion. That is, equation of motions are written as v, that is the final velocity, is equal to u initial velocity plus g t. Second equation is modified as s, that is the distance, is equal to u t plus half g t square. And the third equation is v square is equal to u square plus 2 g s. where u and v are the initial and the final velocities and s is the distance covered in time t. Let us talk about mass. What exactly is the mass? It is a quantity of matter contained in a body. It is constant and does not change from place to place. It is also a measure of inertia. Greater the mass, greater is the inertia of the object. How do we measure mass? It is measured by beam balance, also called as physical balance. This beam balance works only if acceleration due to gravity exists. Mass has only magnitude. Let's talk about how do we measure mass. An equal arm balance determines the mass of a body by comparing its weight to a known weight. Now, let us talk about weight. It is the force with which a body is attracted towards earth. That is, force is equal to mass into acceleration and F is equal to mg. If the weight of an object is denoted by W, then W is equal to mg. Weight depends on the value of g. It has both magnitude and direction. The force always acts downward. How does a weighing machine record weight? A body exerts a downward force equal to its weight W on the machine. Now, according to third law of motion, the machine exerts an upward reaction R on the body, which is equal to W, that is the weight, and the weighing machine measures the reaction R, which is the weight of the body. Let us talk about the apparent weight. What exactly is apparent weight? Feeling of weight called apparent weight comes due to reaction of a supporting surface. A body in a lift moving upwards feels heavier than the body in a lift moving downward. If the lift is falling freely with A equal to g, then the apparent weight is 0 and body is weightless. Now, let us discuss about the force exerted by the liquids, that is buoyancy. For this, let us perform this activity. A child lifting a mug filled with water out of bucket. Take a large wooden block and put it in a bucket filled with water. What do you observe? You will see that the wooden block floats when placed on the surface of water. Now, push the block into the water. What do you feel? Why do you feel an upward push on your hand? What does it indicate? Well, this indicates that water exerts an upward force on the wooden block. Now, push the wooden block further down till it is completely immersed in water. Release the wooden block. What do you observe? The block bounces back to the surface of water. This upward force exerted by water on the wooden block is known as the force of buoyancy or buoyant force. This force is also known as upthrust. There is a famous scientist, Greek scientist, that is Archimedes. He was a great mathematician and a scientist. He is best known for his famous Archimedes principle. It is said that Archimedes discovered this principle when he stepped in a bathtub full of water and noticed that water overflowed from it. He ran through the streets shouting, "Eureka, Eureka," which means I found it. There is a principle given by Archimedes basis on this activity, that is, take a piece of stone, suspend it from a spring balance with the help of a thread. Note the reading of spring balance. This is the weight of stone in air. Now dip the stone slowly into water kept in a container. Dip the stone slowly into water kept in a container. The reading of spring balance decreases as the stone is gradually lowered in water. However, when the stone gets fully immersed in water, no further change is observed in the reading of spring balance. Decrease in reading of spring balance shows that an upward force acts on stone when it is dipped in water. This upward force is known as the force of buoyancy. Archimedes discovered a principle to determine the magnitude of force of buoyancy. What is Archimedes' principle? Well, Archimedes' principle is stated as when a body is immersed fully or partially in a fluid, it experiences an upward force that is equal to the weight of fluid displaced by it. The magnitude of buoyant force acting on a body at a given place depends on the density of the fluid and the volume of the body immersed in the fluid. There are various applications of Archimedes' principle, that is lactometers, which are used for determining the purity of milk. They are also based on this principle. It is also used in designing ships, submarines. He invented the famous Archimedes screw, which was used for raising water from lower to a higher level. There are interesting facts about a buoyant force. When a body is kept in a vacuum, there is no buoyant force acting on the body. Now, let us summarize whatever we have learned in this chapter. That is, Newton's law of gravitation states that every particle in the universe attracts every other particle with a force which is proportional to product of their masses and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. Gravity is the gravitational force due to Earth. The value of g is independent of the mass of the body. The mass of an object is constant, does not vary from place to place. The weight of the object is the force with which it is attracted towards Earth. A body falling freely under gravity is weightless. All objects experience a buoyant force when they are immersed in a fluid. The magnitude of buoyant force acting on a body at a given place depends on the density of the fluid and the volume of the body immersed in the fluid. Archimedes' principle states that when a body is immersed fully or partially in a fluid, it experiences an upward force that is equal to the weight of the fluid displaced by it. Thank you.
पच्चीस साल का लंबा सफर और लाखों लोगों के चेहरों पर खिलती मुस्कान, गर्व और गरिमा से जीने की प्रेरणा देती मुस्कान, आत्मसम्मान और विश्वास से पैदा हुई मुस्कान। इन खिलते चेहरों पर ये मुस्कान आई है शिक्षा के जरिए। ये मुस्कान आई है नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ ओपन स्कूलिंग यानी NIOS के जरिए। नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ ओपन स्कूलिंग या राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालयी शिक्षा संस्थान। इस संस्थान का एक बड़ा उद्देश्य है आम आदमियों के जीवन को बेहतर बनाना। ऐसे लोग जिनके लिए शिक्षा एक दूर का सपना है या वे बच्चे जो परिवार की रोजी रोटी कमाने के लिए बीच में ही स्कूल छोड़ने पर मजबूर हो जाते हैं। NIOS ऐसे बच्चों और बड़ों को दोबारा शिक्षा से जुड़ने का मौका मुहैया कराता है ताकि वे एक बेहतर जीवन जी सकें। 1989 में स्थापना के बाद NIOS ने देश के लाखों बच्चों और वयस्कों को बेहतर शिक्षा से जोड़ा है। इनमें हर उम्र, हर पृष्ठभूमि, हर जाति, हर मजहब और हर क्षेत्र के लड़के लड़कियां, महिलाएं और पुरुष शामिल हैं। बढ़ई से लेकर पायलट, डॉक्टर, इंजीनियर, बेकर और दर्जी तक NIOS कोशिश कर रहा है सबको शिक्षित और सशक्त बनाने की, चाहे वो असम के दूर दराज इलाके में रहने वाला हो या फिर मुंबई जैसे महानगर का। NIOS ने अपनी मौजूदगी हर जगह दर्ज कराई है। NIOS ने शिक्षा की परंपरागत सोच को ही बदल दिया है। वो पढ़िए जो हम पढ़ाते हैं की जगह NIOS की नई सोच है, हम वो पढ़ाते हैं जो आप पढ़ना चाहते हैं। इस नई सोच ने लोगों को आगे बढ़ने और NIOS के साथ जुड़ने के लिए प्रोत्साहित किया है। शिक्षा उपलब्ध कराने के मामले में NIOS किसी सीमा को नहीं मानता, उम्र की सीमा को भी नहीं। चंडीगढ़ के गणेश के लिए भी NIOS एक वरदान साबित हुआ। NIOS शारीरिक रूप से अक्षम बच्चों को भी बेहतर शिक्षा मुहैया कराने के लिए पूरी तरह प्रतिबद्ध है। ऐसे बच्चों के लिए शिक्षा न केवल रोजगार के द्वार खोलती है, बल्कि उन्हें आत्मविश्वास और गर्व के साथ जीना भी सिखाती है। NIOS खेल के इन सितारों को उनकी सुविधा और समय के अनुसार बेहतर शिक्षा उपलब्ध कराता है। मेरी कॉम, सोमदेव देववर्मन, देविका रेबेका पल्लिकल, अरमान इब्राहिम, प्रद्युमन प्रकाश और अमय जोत सिंह। NIOS सीमा पर खड़े उन प्रहरियों को भी शिक्षा से लाभान्वित करता है जो देश की सुरक्षा के लिए अपनी जान की बाजी लगाने से भी नहीं चूकते। सच तो ये है कि NIOS की पहुंच हर ओर रहती है, चाहे वो दूर दराज के आदिवासी हो या जेल की कोठरी में बंद कैदी या फिर ग्रामीण और शहरी क्षेत्रों के गरीब निवासी। देश में कहीं भी कोई भी व्यक्ति, स्त्री, पुरुष, लड़का, लड़की, अमीर, गरीब शिक्षा से वंचित न रहे। राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालयी शिक्षा संस्थान का यही मिशन है।
राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालयी शिक्षा संस्थान पूरे देश में शिक्षा के साथ साथ कौशल विकास के क्षेत्र में बहुत सारे कोर्सेज दे रहा है। लगभग 100 से ज़्यादा कोर्सेज हैं। हम दूर दराज के गांव में अपने संस्थान बनाते हैं और वहाँ के बच्चों को, वहाँ के बच्चियों को, वहाँ के वयस्कों को हुनर के क्षेत्र में शिक्षा पहुँचाते हैं। आपको जानकर खुशी होगी कि अब हम आर्ट, साइंस, कॉमर्स जिन क्षेत्रों में 12वीं का सर्टिफिकेट दिया जाता रहा है, अब हम हुनर के क्षेत्र में, वोकेशनल एरिया में भी 10वीं और 12वीं का सर्टिफिकेशन करेंगे। तो वो बच्चे जो कृषि से जुड़े हुए हैं, कारपेंट्री से जुड़े हुए हैं या दूसरे क्षेत्रों से जुड़े हुए हैं, वो अपने ही क्षेत्र में काम करेंगे, सीखेंगे, हुनर पैदा करेंगे अपने में और सर्टिफाइड भी होंगे कि वो सर्टिफाइड कृषक हैं, खेतिहर हैं। तो आज तक जो हमारे देश में ये सोच रही है कि आप 12वीं पास तभी कहे जाएंगे जब भूगोल, अर्थशास्त्र, भौतिकी ये पढ़ेंगे, अब ये समय बदल गया है। ITI में जितने बच्चे पढ़ते हैं, लगभग 18 लाख बच्चे हर साल दाखिला लेते हैं। अब हम उनको सर्टिफिकेशन करेंगे।
NIOS अपने छात्रों को माध्यमिक स्तर पर 26 और उच्च माध्यमिक स्तर पर 19 विषयों का विकल्प देता है। पढ़ाई किस माध्यम से करनी है, इसमें भी आपको लचीलापन मिलेगा। माध्यमिक स्तर पर ही 7 भाषाओं के अलग अलग माध्यमों का विकल्प मौजूद है। शैक्षणिक कार्यक्रमों के अलावा 86 वोकेशनल शिक्षा कार्यक्रम भी उपलब्ध हैं। जो छात्रों को कामकाजी दुनिया के लिए तैयार करते हैं। वोकेशनल प्रशिक्षण को अधिक सुदृढ़ बनाने के लिए NIOS ने ITDC, सिस्को, इंडियन मेडिकल एसोसिएशन जैसे कई सरकारी और गैर सरकारी संस्थानों के साथ भागीदारी स्थापित की है। आज लाखों छात्रों के लिए अपनी पसंद का स्कूल है राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालयी शिक्षा संस्थान यानी नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ ओपन स्कूलिंग। NIOS ने एक लंबा सफर तय किया है, लेकिन मंजिल अभी दूर है। निरंतर विकास और नवीनीकरण के लिए NIOS सदैव प्रतिबद्ध है। शिक्षा का उद्देश्य महज रोजगार जुटाना ही नहीं है, बल्कि स्वयं को सशक्त बनाना भी है। NIOS लाखों छात्रों के लिए यही आत्मसम्मान दिलाने में जुटा है। लाखों लोगों के लिए एक आशा और उम्मीद है। नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ ओपन स्कूलिंग। शिक्षा सबके लिए, कहीं भी, कभी भी।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने। हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने। जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने,
धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो, धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े, वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े, वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो।
मित्रों हम उठे और जागे,
मंजिल आने की ध्वनि सुने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने।
राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालय का है द्वार खुला सबकी बातें। शिक्षा परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार